Hey, what's going on YouTube? Alan here with DustyHikers.com, and today I have another head-to-head shoe review video. So if you're interested in buying either one of these shoes, or perhaps you're even considering which of these two you should buy, this is the video for you. I will go into pretty in-depth on each shoe in the next couple minutes, as in-depth as I can, but I'm also going to share real test data on these shoes, right? So I've tested these shoes against each other, as well as testing them against 3 other shoes. If you're interested in buying a hiking shoe, neither of these shoes are the ones that I would purchase. I just tested 5 shoes and I picked a new winner. That video is probably linked at the end of this video, but it's on my YouTube channel. It's called Testing 5 Hiking Shoes and Picking the Winner. So again, neither of these shoes are the shoes that I would pick if I was only gonna buy one, but that's not me. I buy 5 and then I test all of them and share that information with you. Okay, so let's get into it. I'm just gonna ask a series of questions, and then based on my experience with these shoes, decide which one is better in that situation, and hopefully this will help you decide which one you should buy. Okay, so the first consideration is, how much money do you have? The Adidas Terrex Swift R3, this shoe is coming in at like $115 on Amazon right now. I have both of these shoes linked in the description, so if you are gonna buy one, if you wanna help me out, purchase it through that link, because I'll get like, I don't know, $1 or 50 cents or something. It's not much, but it helps. Thank you for that. This shoe was $130, so it's 15, what is that? Anyway, it's down from 130 to 115. I don't know what that means. Maybe it's just a momentary thing on Amazon, but if you're interested in this shoe, the price is coming down on Amazon. The Vasque Satoru Trail LT, on the other hand, is $150 on Amazon. So if you want this shoe, you're gonna have to fork over some cash for it. It is an amazing shoe. If I was undecided right now between these 2 shoes, which one I would buy, I would definitely buy the Vasque. In fact, this is not the shoe that won that most recent hiking competition for shoes, but it's the shoe that I wear to work every day because it is so incredibly comfortable. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about price. It's not cheap. It's $150 and it's extremely lightweight, and it has less features, I would say, than this shoe. But we'll talk about all of that in just the next 90 seconds. Okay, next question. Is traction important to you? One of the tests that I do every year is I test these shoes for traction. The Vasque Satoru Trail LT won that competition this year. So I take all the shoes into my advanced footwear research laboratory, AKA my garage, and I test all of them against each other. And one of those tests is for grip. These shoes, the Vasque Satoru Trail LT, have a light base sole from Vibram, and they have the Mega Grip compound. It's also a very interesting sole. You can see it's got like traditional boot lugs, but they're just really tiny. I call them micro lugs. These things are super, super grippy. These shoes just crushed all the other shoes for grip. Again, Vibram, I can't say enough. They're really the industry standard. Also Italian, by the way. Vibram is an Italian company. I forget what it stands for, but I think it's like 2 words. One starts with VIB and then the other one starts with RAM or VIBR or something like that. Anyway, these shoes are super grippy. This shoe, the Adidas Terrex Swift R3, actually lost to all other shoes in the grip contest. They did very poorly. They have a compound here by Continental, which I know as like a manufacturer of automobile tires, but this is a very, very rigid rubber sole. It's more like what you might imagine a boot sole being like. It's very rigid and doesn't have a lot of elasticity, and so therefore it's just not as grippy as the Vibram Mega Grip. Hey, as always, if this video is helping you in making a buying decision, or you're just finding something interesting, please consider hitting like. That way YouTube will send this video out to more people. Thank you. All right, next consideration. Is protection underfoot important for you as a hiker? Everybody's different. It depends a little bit on you, how much you like to look down while you're walking, or what kind of trails you're walking on, whether you're going off trail and all of that. If protection is important, this shoe, the Adidas Terrex Swift R3, actually won the competition for protection underfoot. So I do a head-to-head competition with all 5 shoes. That's 10 iterations. And then I just put one shoe on each foot and I step on a rock, and the shoe that provides more protection where I can't feel the rock as much, and yet I can still kind of get purchase either on my forefoot or on my heel, that shoe wins the competition. And the Adidas Terrex Swift R3 beat all other shoes. It's not surprising. It's got a lot of really hard rubber in it. This is all hard rubber. This, what is this called? This is called the Pro Moderator. See that? Pro Moderator. It's a system in the midsole here to provide stability and support. And again, the sole is very, very hard and very thick. It's got pretty deep lugs, and it's just a very thick sole. It's got a protection plate, and this thing is like a tank, which is kind of surprising for Adidas. In fact, the single review I did on this shoe, that's one of the points that I make, that you'd think Adidas would do something that's a little bit more athletic or, you know, athletic shoe-like, but they really went all in with hiking and made a super rigid, kind of beefy hiking shoe. I also have in-depth videos on each one of these shoes. So if you're really interested in more about the Vasque Satoru Trail LT or the Adidas Terrex Swift R3, I have individual videos that go a little bit deeper into these shoes. So if you're interested in buying either one, you definitely want to check those out as well. Okay, we're almost done. How important is comfort for you? This shoe, the Vasque Satoru Trail LT, Satoru means to understand or to know. This shoe is extremely comfortable. I did a competition for comfort and it didn't actually win that. And the only reason for that is because the first time I wore these shoes, I went on a 9-mile hike and I got blisters on both heels. But I don't have that problem anymore because I've worn them enough that I don't get the blisters. I think part of the reason is that here on the heel, there isn't a lot of space for your heel bone. It's just kind of straight. And so I did experience rubbing here, obviously. It was very hot as well. It was like 95 that day here in South Texas. But the Vasque Satoru Trail LT are super, super, super comfortable. Vasque, if you're listening, you're doing a great job. This shoe is amazingly comfortable. I don't know if I would take the Vasque Satoru Trail LT on a long hike, especially if I was doing like a multi-day hike. It's so comfortable and yet provides so little protection. In fact, this shoe came in last for protection in that testing. I'd just be concerned that I'd step on a rock or something like halfway through my 5-day hike and then I'd bruise the bottom of my foot and then I'm either hobbled or have to take a day off or something like that. But they are phenomenal. Again, I wear these shoes to work every single day. They're super comfortable and they kind of are like loafer looking. I mean, I wear these with like, you know, semi-casual business attire and I can get away with it. Okay, last question. Do you want to look good on the trail? That's really up to you. It's totally subjective. I would say that the Adidas Terrex Swift R3 kind of look more the part of a hiking shoe. So I'm going to go with these for looks. They don't look bad. I mean, Adidas is a really well-known brand, and so people are going to notice that you're wearing Adidas. Part of the reason why I got these and tested them is I was just very curious to see what Adidas would do with a hiking shoe. Again, I'm kind of surprised with the decisions that they made, and they weren't super high on like comfort, as I said, but they did score very well on protection and some other things. They weren't very grippy. Hey, that is just a quick head-to-head video with these two shoes with some real test data for you. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Again, if you want to see which shoe I would buy right now if I were buying a hiking shoe, and then you need to go check out the video on my channel that's called Testing 5 Hiking Shoes and Picking the Winner. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.